Hello, my name's Kevin Salvage and I'm the Sales Engineering and Technical Marketing Manager for Leader based here in London in the UK. Thank you for all the positive feedback we received on the recent series of videos of why the Leader ZEN Series, and especially the LV5350, is absolutely essential on set to ensure that all of your pre-production camera setups are correct. In this series of videos, we're going to talk about how the Leader ZEN Series, and again the LV5350, is used to ensure that you get that recording right first time, with tools like the picture, waveform, vector display, but also force color tools like CINEZONE, the built-in light meter tool, CINELITE, and for those of you familiar with the LV5330, 5333, we have an upgrade version 6.7 to the ZEN series that now allows CINEZONE and CINELITE to operate simultaneously. So you have one display that's showing your picture exposure and you're able to pinpoint with pixel accuracy the value within that image. So before we take a detailed look at these production tools, let's remind ourselves why we need a waveform monitor on set. A waveform monitor allows you to detect errors that are not visible on a traditional monitor or the camera viewfinder. They also allow you to accurately analyse what the camera is processing and the signals that you're going to be recording. So once you've set up your camera's white balance, black balance, 18% middle grey, and if you're using multiple cameras, you colour match them, you're ready to start recording. For those of you familiar with the LV5330 and the LV5333, you'll know that CINELITE and CINEZONE are activated by a dedicated button on the front panel. However, with the LV5350, it's just slightly different. To start with, you need to select the picture display, and this is accessed by pressing the PIC button on the front panel. This brings up the picture in a full screen display. Then by pressing the F2 function button, you can select CINELITE. By then pressing the F1 button repeatedly, you can toggle through the f-stop, percentage display, CINEZONE, and percentage display and CINEZONE, as well as switching off the display if you so require. For those operators who are frequently jumping between CINEZONE, CINELITE, f-stop and CINELITE Advanced, it's very simple and easy to program presets on the LV5350 so you can recall the analysing tool you want quickly and easily. The LV5350 can store up to 60 presets, and you recall those by simply pressing the recall button and then selecting the function button that corresponds to the configuration you wish to recall. For this example, we've configured F1 to be the picture, F2 the f-stop display, F3 the CINELITE display, F4 CINEZONE, F5 CINEZONE and CINELITE display simultaneously, and F6 the advanced display. So let's take a look at each of these production tools, which come standard on the Leader ZEN series and will help you ensure that you get that recording right first time. The picture display gives you a full 1920 by 1080 colour image display of your camera source. You can also display aspect ratio markers and other markers like centre of screen and safe action and safe title markers that could be useful when framing shots. So now let's take a detailed look at each of these tools, starting with CINELITE. When monitoring luminance using a waveform monitor, either in your setup or post-production, it can be difficult to determine exactly which area of the picture is being measured on the monitor. If you're familiar with a light meter, you'll be familiar with its use on set to accurately measure light levels. The light meter measures the light level of the scene, whereas the waveform monitor measures exactly what is being recorded. If you have multiple cameras on your shoot, it will ensure that they all match identically. You select the CINELITE tool from the picture display by pressing F1 function key to display percentage display. Then by double pressing the V position and H position buttons, you can centralize the cursor on the display. The cursor now displays the line number and sample number and the pixel's luminance value, and this can be adjusted from 1 by 1 to 3 by 3 or 9 by 9 to give you an average value. As well as displaying the luminance value, CINELITE can also display the RGB percentage and RGB 255 value of the area selected. To relocate the cursor, either use the V and H position control knobs, or if you have a USB mouse connected, you can highlight the point of interest, which will go red, and then you can relocate that to another area of interest by simply clicking on the USB mouse. If you want to monitor more than one position on the screen, CINELITE allows you to simultaneously monitor up to 3 positions independently, thus making it ideal for comparing areas of the picture that should look and appear identical. The second tool that comes as standard on the Leader LV5350 is CINEZONE. CINEZONE is an in-picture exposure measurement tool. The luminance signal is displayed using false colour on the picture. Dark areas of the picture are represented with blue, to the brighter areas that are represented with red. By default, anything above 100% is displayed as white, and anything below 0 is displayed as black. And these thresholds can be adjusted manually depending upon your production's requirements. The CINEZONE feature allows you to see how much white, black and grey areas you have inside the frame very easily, which allows you to easily create a beautiful image with depth in luminance and colour. For those users of the LV5330 and LV5333, you'll be familiar that CINEZONE and CINELITE can be displayed simultaneously. Well, that feature is now available on the Leader ZEN Series, and the LV5350 supports this, providing it's been upgraded to version 6.7 software, which can be downloaded from the Leader website. Now that you've been introduced to some of the vital tools and production solutions that the Leader ZEN Series waveform monitors have to offer, your cinema and high-end television production results will be more precise, professional and consistent. Production offers enough challenges as it is. With the Leader ZEN Series waveform monitor, you can spend less time on technical issues and more time creating stunning and engaging images and accomplish your production vision. If you found this video interesting and would like to learn more, subscribe to the Leader Europe YouTube channel. To accompany this video, Leader have prepared a white paper that details how Leader scopes are used in on-set production. Using the QR code, you can register your details and download the white paper.